Calling all GFS sports fans. I said calling all GFS sports fans. You need to get off your keisters and go listen to the greatest sports podcast ever, buddy. Alright? Yo, what up GFS? This your man Jason bringing y'all a quick little video. I wanted to let y'all know, in case you haven't heard about it, it's the greatest sports podcast ever. That's right, the greatest sports podcast ever, the official Up for Discussion Sports Roundtable. It's a podcast that I drop every other week, and it's all related to sports. It features myself and sometimes two other GFS directors, the homeboy WyzaNow and your boy IpodKingCarter. Show them some support the podcast, and check it out. You need to make that happen. Here's the deal. We got 3 latest podcasts that you should swing by and check out. The first one is called Ray Lewis Will Not Kimbo Slice the F Out. That podcast is focused on nothing but NFL, football, and fights. So if you like either of those topics, you need to give it a listen. The second one we got is LeBron James, the greatest of all time or soon to be overlooked and forgotten. If you like round ball, basketball, you need to check that podcast out. Because in that podcast, we discussing who's the best, the most overrated, and the most underrated player at all 5 positions in the NBA. And the most recent podcast that we dropped is called Checks, Blood Tests, and Success. In that podcast, we talking about whether NCAA football players should get paid. We talking about Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao, who's scared to fight who. And we talking about, well, should I say not talking about, but IpodKingCarter himself declared that currently D Rose is the best point guard in the NBA. Whether you agree or disagree, you can find out how we felt about it when you go check out the podcast. Now here's the deal. You can check out this podcast either of 2 ways. You can check it out on iTunes. All you got to do is do a search for Up4Dsn. It'll take you directly to the official Up for Discussion podcast. Click on that and you will see all of these episodes that I just named. Or you can check out podbean.com. Not necessarily podbean.com, but u4d.podbean.com. I'm going to have both links in the description, so don't even worry about that. Now, I know many of y'all like to leave comments, so what I'm going to do is tell you this. You can leave a comment on this video, or feel free to go to the Podbean page and leave your comment over there. So I'm gonna leave y'all with some questions, because I know y'all want to leave some comments. So I'm gonna leave y'all some questions. For the first podcast, the one called Ray Lewis Will Not Kimbo the F Out, I want to know, what athlete would you like to see fight a real fighter? Like, what would be your dream deathmatch type fight? Not necessarily fighting to the death, but who would you want to see slug it out in the that's an athlete and that's a real fighter? Second question. What do you think about LeBron? Do you think LeBron is soon to be the greatest small forward ever to play the game of basketball? Or do you think LeBron is just going to be a good player, average player, whatever? Whether you hate LeBron or love him, let me know how you feel about LBJ. And last but not least, for the latest podcast, I want to know, how do you feel? Do you think Derrick Rose is the best point guard? Whether you believe it or not, let me know who you think is the best NBA point guard currently. Currently, not of all times, I'm talking currently. Now here's the deal. I plan to, let y'all know whenever we got a sports podcast. That's if y'all interested. If y'all don't care about these sport podcasts, let me know that in the comments too. Because then I won't waste my time, dropping videos every 2 weeks, letting y'all know that we just did a new one. So let me know whether or not y'all want to stay up to date on the podcast, and definitely swing by and check it out, because I'm telling you, it's the greatest sports podcast ever. Until next time, y'all, this your man Jason saying stay blessed, live, and love life. Thank God for another video.